We do want to transition to some breaking news we are following. Take a good look at your screen following the very latest on this Monday morning, getting this information courtesy of our content partners over at the Associated Press. They report this Monday that Russian President Vladimir Putin thanked North Korea this Monday for fighting alongside his troops against Ukrainian forces and promised not to forget their sacrifices. This hours after North Korea confirmed its deployment for the first time. We're learning this morning the back-to-back Russian and North Korean statements, which illustrate their expanding military partnerships, came 2 days after Russia said its troops have fully reclaimed the Kursk region that Ukrainian forces seized in a surprise incursion last year. Ukrainian officials have denied the claim, insisting that the operation in certain areas of Kursk is continuing. In a statement posted on the website of the Kremlin, Russian President Vladimir Putin praised North Korean soldiers who he said, quote, shoulder to shoulder with Russian fighters defended our motherland as their own, end quote. We actually do have that quote in full that I want to share with you on this Monday morning. Take a look at your screen. Again, this coming via the website of the Kremlin. It says, quote, the Russian people will never forget the heroism of the DPRK special forces. We will always honor the heroes who gave their lives for Russia, for our common freedom, fighting side by side with their Russian brothers in arms, end quote. Again, this coming from Russian President Vladimir Putin on this Monday. We're also learning that earlier this Monday, North Korea's Central Military Commission announced that leader Kim Jong-un had decided to send troops to Russia to, quote, annihilate and wipe out the Ukrainian neo-Nazi occupiers and liberate the Kursk area in cooperation with the Russian armed forces, end quote. The commission saying that North Korean troops eventually made an important contribution to Russia retrieving the border territory. We do know it was North Korea's first official confirmation of its troops' deployment to Russia, though it has repeatedly expressed its unwavering support of Russia's fighting against Ukraine, U.S., South Korean, and Ukraine intelligence. We do know officials have said North Korea dispatched 10,000 to 12,000 troops to Russia last fall in its first participation in a major armed conflict since the 1950 to 53 Korean War. Both Putin and Kim said the North Korean deployment was made under a mutual defense treaty that they had signed in June of 2024. The treaty, considered the two countries' biggest defense agreement since the end of the Cold War, requires both nations to use all available means to provide immediate military assistance if either is attacked. Again, this news just coming in to our Live Now from Fox studio on this Monday morning as Russian President Vladimir Putin is thanking North Korea for troop deployment and promises not to forget their sacrifices. Of course, this is a developing story, so make sure to stay tuned to Live Now from Fox for the latest developments.